And good afternoon, everybody. It is noon. My name is Ryan Belmore. I am the owner and publisher of What's Up Newp. And this week we are focusing on 401 Gives. And we will have an interview today as well as at least one more on Thursday at noon. Same time, we'll be chatting with Courtney Nicolato from the United Way of Rhode Island. And 401 Gives kicked off last year. And it's a statewide day of giving. And it's powered by the United Way of Rhode Island to raise critical support for local organizations while lifting up the state's entire nonprofit community and highlighting the vital work they do each and every day. Last year, for organizations in Newport and Bristol County, they raised more than $125,000, and in total last year, they raised $1.3 million for 366 local organizations, and exceeded its goal last year of 1 million. And this year they have the goal of 1.5 million. And one of the nonprofits that would love to have your support, as well as a lot of that 1.5 million, or as much as they could possibly get, is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center, otherwise known as the MLK Center. And Heather Strout, the executive director, joins me today. And hi, Heather.
Hi, everybody. It's good to be here with you today, Ryan.
And nice to see you as well. And 401 Gives is upcoming. As you mentioned in our conversation, people are already donating, people are already giving, and it is a great day. And like many of us, including myself, nonprofits all across the state are doing a whole lot more for their community with a whole lot less resources.
Yeah, that's very true. And 401 Gives, when you just said that last year was the first year of it, honestly, as I'm sure it feels like to you, it feels like a blur last year. And our participation was great last year, but this year we're going into it bigger and better than ever. And we have some great support behind us with some of our donors who have put forth some matches. And then there's also some really exciting, if you go onto the 401 Gives website, you can see all the exciting opportunities available. And I think to me, the great part about 401 Gives is that no gift is too small and no gift is too large. It's really, there's a place in this for everyone. And, you can go and see what all the different opportunities are. And honestly, if you want to impact young people in our community, there's ways to do that. If you want to impact seniors in our community, there's ways to do that. And there's everything in between, which is what the MLK Center is all about.
Yeah, I really like how the MLK Center outlines, what $25 can do. Because sometimes when you give to a nonprofit, you're wondering what kind of impact your donation will actually have. What can they do with my money? And what if I give a little bit more? What if I give a little less? This allows people to give within their means and also know that they're having an impact.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Allison Novick, our director of development, she has great conversations with people on a daily basis on what it is that they want to do for the community. And we always can customize someone's gift and make the impact what they want it to be for who they want it to be with. Obviously, we love when people say, area of best need, because that's our greatest need. That's what we sometimes those are the hard things to fund, but we want to work with people and we want to make their donations count and impact them the most.
Last year going in, this day came up just as we were diving into the unknown, into COVID. April 1st, if people didn't already put that together, 401 is April 1st, and 401 Gives takes place on April 1st. It took me a little while to figure that one out. But since last year, since 401 Gives Day last year, what has the MLK Center been doing for the community? And, how has life changed for you all?
Yeah, I mean, that's I could talk for an hour about just that alone. We have realized we're actually in our 99th year of service to Newport County, and we've realized in the past year that we are needed more than ever before. Our programs, we have about 20 programs in total, and we actually have added additional programs during COVID as needed. But our programs center on three things: hunger, prevention, and nutrition is probably, I think, what people know us most for. And during this pandemic, that's where we've been needed the most. We have an on-site food pantry, a mobile food pantry. The mobile food pantry went out 134 times to different neighborhoods throughout Newport County in 2020. And we're on track to do even more than that this coming year. We also have food delivery to homebound seniors throughout Newport County. We have something called Veggie Day, which is a vegetable distribution on Thursdays in front of the center. And we're growing that program this summer and bringing it on the road to the north end of Newport to bring produce to the people, which is what we're calling that program. We have added twice a week, which is going on right now outside my door. McGrath Catering does a soup distribution 2 days a week here in front of the center to provide lunch to people in our community who are hungry. That was added this year because a lot of the lunch sites that were on the community meal calendar, so there's different sites across Newport County who take turns providing meals to people in our community in need. A lot of those sites closed down due to COVID, and we picked up and met that need, and we're going to continue that because we serve about 300 cups of soup. Today out there, I smell chowder. I haven't actually seen what it is, but there's 2 different kinds of soups every Tuesday and Thursday. And not only does it provide food for people who need it, but it also provides a place where people can just be around somebody else safely. So that's a really great program that we've been able to add during COVID. We also have our education programs, and we've provided a lot of scholarship money for people this year so that they can get back to work, and that's a need that we see growing. And then we have lots of community programs, and those are really ramping up. Exercise classes and our Veggie Day, like I said, is one of our community programs. Our cooking classes, which you see pictured on the graphic that you just were showing before this. So we have so many different programs for everybody. I mean, our impact is from the smallest members of our community to the most senior members of our community.
And folks can visit 401gives.org and certainly search for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center. I think it also came up when I searched MLK Center. You can also find most likely your favorite nonprofit. You could search by town. You can give to a nonprofit you give to all the time. You can give to one you've never given to. They all tell their story and why they need support. Safe to say the last year has been the busiest, and you've seen the most need at the MLK Center?
Yeah, I mean, our numbers, especially in the earliest part of COVID, were, to be quite honest, they were scary. In the first 9 weeks of COVID, we fed 2,747 people, which is 60% of what we served in the entire previous year. And 25% of those people were first-time clients. We saw many people who've never needed to come ask for help before. So things seem to be stabilizing a little bit. People are getting back to work. Our communities opening back up. I'm really hoping, as I know you are, Ryan, for a busy season this summer. I'm hoping that our restaurants and our small businesses can get back to some sense of normalcy, and with that, all the employees who rely on that to support their families.
Now, I know my friend Allison Novick from the MLK Center. Her and I talked about this many a times over on the radio, but tell me about, because it might not be who people think it is. Tell me about the people that rely on and use the MLK Center for a resource. Yeah,
I mean, there are people who come here because they've fallen on a difficult circumstance. I think, honestly, we've all been in a place in our lives, or most of us have been in a place in our lives where we are a paycheck away from needing help ourselves. And I was born and raised here in this community. I see people on a daily basis that I went to school with, or that I've known throughout my life, that look at me and say, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe that I need this help. And my reaction to that is always, it could be me, and that's why we're here, and we will get through this together. We have veterans who have, become disabled, and then we have people who just literally lost their job and can't find employment and need a little help in the interim. We do have a changing community here in Newport. the Latino population who come and really make our community a greater place rely a lot on the center for support. And that's an area right now that we're seeing a lot of growth. And these are people that give back to our community, that help our restaurants and our hotels to operate and be successful. And that's a need that we're meeting, is helping people like that with all sorts of different supports, social supports, hunger supports, and just being here for the needs of their family.
And, somebody's watching now or anytime afterward, needs help. Obviously, there is probably or likely some people out there who are just too embarrassed to come and ask for help. Or somebody might know somebody that needs help. What should they do? What's the easiest way?
So you can call us here at the center, 401-846-4828, and you will be connected to all the different information that you need in order to access help. That will be either, if we're coming to your neighborhood, we'll let you know what those dates are. Or if you just want to talk to somebody, we're happy, we're here, and we have a lot of information to provide. I think our website is probably the #1 place where people can go to figure out what our resources are. That's mlkccenter.org. But also, sometimes people just need to pick up the phone and have a conversation. And one of our friendly staff, it could be me, will answer the phone and will honestly, I think, ease your anxiety if you're feeling anxious about reaching out and asking for help. And I personally invite anybody who needs help to come to the center, and I will walk you through the food pantry if that's what you're coming for, or I will give you a tour, and I promise that when you leave, you'll feel hope, and that's what we want for our community.
And, to reiterate, the MLK Center is in Newport, but you talk to us about the area and the communities that you're serving.
Yeah, so we serve all of Newport County. That's Newport, Middletown, Portsmouth, Tiverton, Little Compton, and Jamestown. We've definitely, since our mobile food pantry has been in service since 2018 and really grew in 2019 and 2020, we've really expanded our support to those other communities because transportation is a barrier in many places within Newport County. So we've been able to bring support out on the road to a lot of people that live in those non-Newport communities, but we're really proud to support all of Newport County.
So this is a 401 Gives is a great way to support somebody like the MLK Center. And you can go online to 401gives.org now and actually set up an account and fundraise for the MLK Center if you'd like. And also something to know about is if you visit 401gives.org bright and early on Thursday, April 1st, make a gift to your favorite nonprofit like the MLK Center. Beginning at 6 a.m., there is an early bird match from the Rhode Island Foundation of $50,000. So the first $50,000 made starting at 6 a.m. So probably and hopefully by 6:10 they'll be matched. And we'll hit that goal of $1.5 million on April 1st. Our nonprofits need it more than ever. Over the last year and throughout political season, and not to be an editor right now, but a lot of times people say, look at the stock market. And I say, if you really want to see how your community is doing, look at the line at your local shelter, at your local food bank. Look at the community needs, and that's how you can tell, what's happening in your community. And we are also lucky to have the MLK Center in our backyard here.
Thank you, Ryan. And yeah, that match is a great opportunity. I do know that those funds are going to go quickly. So the early bird does catch the worm, as they say. That $50,000 will probably go, if I had to guess, within the first 15 or 20 minutes. So I encourage people, if they want to take advantage of that match, it's up to $500 per donor that will be matched 1-to-1. But we also have some incredible matching opportunities of our own. And if you go onto the 401 Gives website, or you can actually go onto our website and be linked directly to that, we have 2 other opportunities. We have a generous friend of the center who will be matching dollar for dollar the first $20,000 raised directly for the MLK Center. And that's 1-to-1 match up to $1,000 per gift. And then we have another friend of the center that's agreed to pitch in $15,000 if 100 donors give to the MLK Center by 4:01 on April 1st. So those are two great opportunities. Again, it's all outlined right there on the 401 Gives page for the MLK Center, but there are opportunities to triple, to have a triple match. So that's, you know, if your $500 can turn into $1,500, I say find a way to make it happen. Or your $5 can turn into $15, that's amazing too. So you can see all the different ways that people can help.
Excellent. And yeah, here are the matches and
Yep.
401gives.org, and you can find the MLK Center, or you can just visit mlkccenter.org if you forget anything else and everything else, and you'll see the 401 Gives right there. Excellent, yeah. Heather. And it looks like it'll be a big day, of course. If people, it's not in this paycheck, it's not in this week, you can't give right now, the MLK Center will take, as well as every nonprofit in the area, will take your support any time of the year, any day of the year. But this is just a special day because we're all coming together to raise money and take advantage of matching donations.
That's right. And as I said, there's an opportunity, whatever you feel from your heart you want to give, whether it's food, whether it's monetary donations, we're here to help you feel the value of your donation.
Excellent. And 401gives.org, and hopefully people get on there first thing in the morning as you're drinking your coffee at 6 a.m. Make a donation. Heather, anything else we missed today?
No, I just want to really say thank you to our community for your support over this past year. We're definitely nowhere through this where I think we have a long way to go before things are truly back to normal, whatever that may be. But I appreciate all of the community support, and I just need to urge everyone to keep your eye on our community, because there are people all around us that need our support now more than ever, and that's going to be for a while to go. So thank you all.
And Heather, just because I thought I was going to get the question after we wrapped up, but I just actually got a text. Is the MLK Center, I know it's been hit and miss, taking food donations now?
Yes, that's a great question. So one thing that COVID, one drastic change that happened was in 2019, 65% of our food that went out of our food pantry was donated. 65%. Wow. In 2020, 35% was donated, and the rest was purchased. So we need to shift that back. We need to get more food on the shelves from people's donations. So anybody that wants to come, ring the doorbell of the center. Monday through Friday between 8 and 5, somebody's always here. Whether it's we had someone the other day show up with a case of Pop-Top cans. So that's one thing. A lot of seniors struggle with can openers, and there's a lot of homeless people who live and need to just have the flip top. So we put out a plea for some flip top cans, and within an hour we had somebody at the door with a case of cans of soup with that. So whatever people want to give, we are so grateful for that. And of course, anytime there's an opportunity for match challenges, that's always a good opportunity to give, which is what this is.
Excellent. And it's going to be a good day, and it'll be a great day for our nonprofits in Newport, Bristol County, as well as I hope you guys. And yep. We appreciate you joining us today to talk about 401 Gives.
Thank you so much, Ryan. It was great to be here. Thank you, everyone.
All right. And again, people can go to 401gives.org on Thursday. Actually, you can go now and make a donation if you want. But on Thursday, starting at 6 a.m., the first $50,000 is matched. Looking to raise $1.5 million on Thursday within 24 hours. So I hope you will give whatever you can. I know it has been a difficult time for many, and perhaps you can't give right now, but you can give later. They will certainly take your support then, or perhaps you have some food to donate, and you can do that at the MLK Center, mlkccenter.org. I want to thank Heather for joining me today. Thanks for watching. On Thursday, we will be joined by Courtney Nicolato, who is the president and CEO of United Way. She'll join us at noon to give us a fundraising update, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.